So, I decided to make a YouTube account mainly because I just feel like I have so many stories I could share with the world. They might bring world peace. I don't know. I don't want to be arrogant and go that far, but I feel like it could bring people together. My pain could, because whenever I do anything, it always seems to not cause me pain, but emotionally, it affects me because I always end up doing something ridiculous, and ridiculous outcomes come. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna tell my stories to the world because they need to know. And my first one, I'm sitting on the floor. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I'm sitting on the floor. You probably can tell. I don't know who you is. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this. But I'm sitting on the floor. That there's a lot of memories that have gone on this floor, which sounds gross, but really, it is kind of gross, but not in a dirty, gross way. I guess my story begins. I crochet little animals, and I was sitting over on the love seat, and I'd finished crocheting a little teddy bear, and I threw it at my sister, because it felt like the right thing to do at the time, and she took it and threw it up into this, oh, it's backwards, this box thing behind my head. So I went to get it, and in the box was this, like, rattle thing. Like, it wasn't like a baby's rattle, but it might have been from, like, a dog toy or some type of rattle, like it made a noise. So I picked it up, too, because anything that makes a fun noise, I want in my life. So I picked it up, and my mom, meanwhile, was yelling at me to pick up a plate that was on the floor around here, just a plate. And so I did it, but she was annoying me. So I showed her my butt as I bent over to pick up the plate off the floor. And meanwhile, they're yelling at me, my sister and my mother, because my sister's boyfriend was in the bathroom, which, if you go through that door, the bathroom is out there. So he potentially could have seen my bare butt, but it was a risk I was willing to take at the time in the name of comedy. So I looked down, and I remember I have this rattle thing in my hand that was up in that shelf. So I think, like, what could I do right now that would bring me so much joy and bring everyone else in the room joy? And I take the rattle, and the common misconception is that I place it in my butt. No, I'm not into that. I placed it between my butt cheeks, like, clenched it. It wasn't even in, like, half an inch. It was just chilling. And I think, what could I do now that would be better than what I just did? What I just did wasn't really that good because I'm just standing there with a rattle hanging out of my butt. But I start to shake my butt around to make myself into a human Maraca, I guess. And, just shaking every which way. Right there. It was right there. And they're both yelling at me, saying I need to stop because her boyfriend's going to come out of the bathroom and see me doing this, which I was okay with. But I decided, yeah, I should probably pull my pants up. It's drafty. So I pull them up and I take the rattle out. And I think, what could I do now that would be even better than what I just did? And it was tough because what I just did was pretty good. I was a human maraca. But I take the rattle and I wipe it on my sister's arm. She's sitting on the couch. Well, not right now, but she was. And I wipe it down her arm. Thinking, that's what siblings do. Like, believe it or not, we're all gross. And she looks at it, and she smells it, and she's like, it smells like your butthole. Which I highly doubt, because it wasn't even that far in. It was just, she associated it with my butthole. And she proceeds to vomit all over the floor. All over the carpet over there. It probably still smells like vomit. She just pukes everywhere. And meanwhile, my mom's yelling. My sister's puking. I'm crying because it was probably the best experience of my life that something I did was so vulgar it made my sister vomit. Like, it was probably my favorite moment. Like, people say, like, oh yeah, graduation or getting accepted in college. No. My sister throwing up on the carpet because of my doing was the proudest moment of my life. Probably even after I have kids. They're gonna be like, kids, I love you, but let me tell you a story. And I won't even have to tell them. They'll look at this and they'll think, Mom, what's wrong with you? But she throws up. And meanwhile, her boyfriend comes in. My mom's yelling. My sister's throwing up. I'm crying with joy, but no one knows it's joyful. And he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He doesn't know what's going on. But I think I told him, I can't remember, it was like a year or so ago. I think we told him, and he just never treats me the same anymore, which I don't understand. Like, I'd have mad respect for someone who told me something like that. But, my favorite part of the story is that my sister had a piece of gum in her mouth before the incident, and the same piece of gum remained in her mouth throughout and after. So, I'm thinking it tasted good, and that's talent, to keep that in your mouth. Like, where'd she put it? I don't know. But I think I'm done for now, and I've told this story to many people because I'm proud. I'm proud of it. I have a lot more stories. That's just my intro, like it's my icebreaker when I first meet people, and I hope that it helps people share their own dirty secrets. Not that mine's a secret because I embrace it, but embrace your dirty secrets because it'll make the world a happy place. And I thought I ended it, but I didn't.